What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of La Liga Career Mode. This is episode number 12. We're starting today's stuff on a loss to Villarreal, heading into our first game today after 4 straight losses for Granada, being dumped out of the cup by a Segunda Division side. We now take on Cadiz at the Estadio Nuevo Los Carmenes, knowing our safety is now looking in doubt. Yeah, 13 games to go in the season. We've been slipping, we've been sliding down the table. We're now starting to look nervously over our shoulders, but it's what I wanted from Season 1. So, heading into the game, taking on Cadiz right now just alongside us in the league table. Big game here for both teams, really desperate to pull away from the bottom three and end their poor runs of form. We had the first chance of the game, a good save, kept it at 0-0, and then 5 minutes before the break here, Alvaro Negredo finds way down the left-hand side. Lovely couple of 1-2s, but Pepe Reina, who I gave the start to, signed the former Liverpool goalkeeper on deadline day, makes a brilliant save there. The vet in for Maximiano, keeps it at 0-0 with a superb one-on-one save. As we were still dead off at 0-0, Cadiz would score from the following corner. I mentioned before, it's so frustrating when that happens, isn't it? You know, like, your goalkeeper makes an incredible save, and listen, I used to play in goal in junior football. I know all about it. You know, make an incredible save, and then from the very next play, the ball finds the back of the net. Domenico Crisquito with the finish past the vet Reina. It's 1-0 Cadiz, and we were staring down the barrel of 5 straight losses. Fans getting restless, missing golden chances, still down by a goal. 9 minutes after the restart, and I could not afford another loss. Needed to find myself a goal to get back on level terms, and sometimes you just need a bit of luck, and that's what we got. We've had so many unlucky moments this season, but this time the fortune falls in our favour. Shot spilled by the goalkeeper, tipped onto the post, and Carlos Bacca, the vet, turns in the rebound. So 1-1, back on level terms, courtesy of our retiring number 20, and momentum totally changed in the second half. All Granada, I was pushing, I was pressing. I thought a point would stop the rot. It wouldn't be a bad result, but a win would be huge. 69 minutes into the game, quick little offload from Suarez. Who does he pick out? Carlos Bacca. That's the key. That's the importance of veteran presence and leading by example. Yeah, 5th of the season for Bacca, averaging over 1 in 4, which is fantastic record for a player that's had sporadic game time and in the final year of pro football. So we're in front for the first time in the game. The question is, could we hold on? Unfortunately not. Negredo's layoff here saw Granada smack the ball past Pepe Reina, and the vet was beaten for the second time in the game. Couldn't really fault him for either goal, really, but that was how it would finish. So, final score, I love this, by the way, Reina and Negredo walk off the pitch together. The vet's having a conversation, 2-2 the final score. Really disappointing game not to win, because you look at the stats here, and man, oh man, this has just been a familiar feeling all season long, and all FIFA long as well. Let's be honest here, man. I talk about it a lot. The AI, they often only need the one chance to score a goal. You need several. That's why being clinical is so important in this year's FIFA, and man, I should have won that game. Somehow failed to, and in the end could only pick up a point. So no wins in our last 5 in all competitions. We remain in 14th place. 12 games to go, and the gap is 5 on 18th placed Deportivo Alaves. Vallecano and even Osasuna are only right behind now. So all of the bottom 3 can definitely still climb out of it. But for us, the gap now 5 on the bottom 3. 12 games to go. No wins in 5. Yes, we stopped the rot there against Cadiz. We're still searching for our first win since January. Yeah, it must be. So, yeah, very difficult patch of form for Granada. But, again, I do kind of like it. I do believe that I'm going to sort this out, though. Like, I do believe I'm going to start winning at some point, because I often talk about it. Like, oh, by the way, Santiago Calderon, how good does this guy look here? 87 to 93 potential, 62 rated wingback. I'm working on that attacking work rate, getting up from medium to high. I actually think, personally, he might be trained to be a DM in this team, possibly. It's something I'm thinking about for the long term, but I'm not too sure. He does look really good, though, to be fair. The only problem is he's in a position where we've got 2 good young left-backs already, Carlos Neiva and Alex Centelles, who we signed in the summer. But, yeah, every single season, you're going to have a really poor patch of form. I talk about it a lot. You know, you can't avoid it in FIFA career mode. It's football, man. It's football. It happens. You'll go through a patch of the season at some point where, you know, even if you're one of the big teams, you might go 3 games without a win, for example. You're not going to win 38 games out of 38. It simply doesn't happen. happen. So I'm not too concerned. I do feel as though I will get back to winning ways at some point, and I'm hoping what will happen is we had a good end of season run here as we enter March, and we can get ourselves comfortably away from the bottom three. And I'm not looking for a late run to qualify for the European places, obviously not. All I want to do is make sure we finish in mid-table. I will take that, and that's where we are right now. So second game of today's episode, Valencia at the Mestalla, heading into it. Oh yes, what a save. Luis Maximiano dropped him for the Cadiz game and put him back in for this one. Incredible save by our number one, now learning under Pepe, Reina. Brilliant stop there by our Portuguese shot stopper, kept it at 0-0, and we were still deadlocked. And from the goal kick, we passed out from the back, had a golden chance to take the lead, and Luis Mia just couldn't squeeze it in. Went for the far corner, put it just wide the post, still 0-0, but both teams getting chances in the first half. We were still dead up to 0-0. I was playing heavy possession football in this game, and I wouldn't have minded a goalless draw at all, but I felt with our poor defensive record, worst defence of the season, Valencia would score at some point. Luis Maximiano had other ideas. Another great save soon after the restart kept it at 0-0, and our number one was hurt by getting dropped for a 39-year-old in the last game, and it was showing. Couple of great saves, still goalless, and still tied. Like I said, I would take this 0-0 every day of the week, but a win would have been huge. And 60 minutes into the game as Valencia try and pass their way out from the back here, Christian Baragi finds Denis Sherisev, back to Guillemon. He runs straight into Sugawara, playing a high press, runs through, finds Luis Suarez, and Suarez smacks it in, and I was going ballistic. 1-0 up against Valencia. Struggled mightily in recent weeks, but I just felt, I don't know what it was, but I came into the game and I just felt, I think I can win this. We're away against Valencia. We beat them back at home in Andalusia, and I just felt we could possibly win this game. Luis Javier Suarez, 18th goal of the season. Great high press by Sugawara, catching Valencia out there. There seemed to be no danger, but Sugawara was waiting for Baragi, won the ball back, and quickly offloaded for Suarez for the goal to possibly win it. Stoppage time, it's still 1-0. The game is surely all but over. Valencia give it away once again. It's Sugawara with the interception. Darwin comes on a run, offloads to Mia, out wide towards Antonio, takes it around Dimitri Foulquier, and it is over. Get in. You have no idea how much I was celebrating at this point, man. I was like, get the F in, yes. Luis Suarez does it again. 19th of the season, second of the night. Final score at the Mestalla. Valencia 0. Granada 2. And I don't know what it was, man, but I just came into the game. You know those games of FIFA when you go into them and you're the underdog, but you just think, I reckon I can win this. I reckon I can win this. And we did. Absolutely buzzing. It's time to be brave. You saw the possession stat there. I dominated possession for the vast majority of the game, because I'll be honest, in the first half, I just knocked the ball around like all throughout the first half. I didn't really have that many attacks as you would have seen. Yes, a couple, but for the most part, I was just conserving energy and thinking, you know what? Just don't let Valencia get many chances, because I don't trust Maximiano to make the saves. Well, instead, Luis shut me up with a couple of brilliant stops in the game, particularly in the first half. And Luis Javier Suarez getting on the end of first a Sugawara through ball and an Antonio cross ensures we get back to winning ways. Absolutely buzzing. 9 in 5, but a huge one there. And a clean sheet. A rare clean sheet of Mestalla as well. In a massive, absolutely massive 2-0 win at the Estadio Mestalla. So following game, taking on Elche here. Back at the Estadio Nuevo Las Camenes. Heading into the game. Yes! Get in! 19 minutes in. Here we go. Here we go. I felt momentum shift, and the dressing room atmosphere was so different after the win against Valencia. Finally, we had smiles on our faces, felt as though we could get into form right to begin March off, and what a start against a good Elche team this season. Yeah, heading into the game, perfect beginning. Antonio Villar, the Spanish wonder kid, 17 years old, out of the academy, gets his third of the season in just 10 games. Latching onto the quick through ball, finessing it into the bottom corner, and Granada have the lead. And 10 minutes before the break, we had a golden chance to go 2-0 up as well. Luis Mia down left-hand side, there's a brilliant ball through to Antonio, offloads towards Suarez, back the brace of the Mestalla, but a great save there, kept it at 1-0. But it was all Granada in the first half, and I thought after the win against Valencia, I thought, do you know what, like, let's just keep on attacking, man. Like, we can't defend. Worst defensive record of the division. Yes, of course, kept a clean sheet against Valencia, but we're going to concede chance after chance every single game. Just keep on going at them, man. Keep on going at them. Try and get as many goals as possible. And right before the break, Darwin heads in our second to make it 2-0. An inch perfect first half, and we were on the brink of back-to-back victories as well. Back-to-back clean sheets was very unlikely though. Half an hour to go, Elche would get back in the game and make it 2-1. Great finish as they'd half the deficit with 30 minutes on the clock. But fortunately, in a game where I played some pretty tight defense, I wouldn't give Elche another sniff. And that was how it would finish. We go to Mestalla and win. We come back home and win. Yes, the poor run of form is officially over. 2-1 victory for Granada. Back-to-back wins for the first time all calendar year. And Granada, pulling away from the drop zone, now go 11 clear of Deportivo Alaves with 10 games to go. And that would mean heading into our final game of today's episode away against Alaves. Win this game with them in 18th place right now. And we would extend the gap to 14 points. Yup, so recently we were only 5 points clear of them in 14th. But now we've got a chance to go 14 clear if we can win 3 on the bounce. So I thought a draw would be fine. We'd still be 11 points clear. We'd still have a better goal difference record. And there'd still only be a few games to go. But a win would not necessarily cement safety, but give us an amazing chance. Heading into the game, staying in attack mode. What a start. Our 2 best players this season, Antonio the Wonder Kid and Luis the top scorer, 20th of the season, opens the scoring, getting on the end of a VR through ball. And at this point I was thinking, that poor run of form where, you know, we lost 5 on the bounce and I was literally just all over the place. That's over. Like, we are not thinking about that. You know, yes, we can, you know, remember it and take lessons from it, but it's over. That's not happening again. And against Alaves, after we opened the scoring, a brilliant stop by Maximiano. He was hurt after getting dropped for Pepe, Reina. Now he's in form. 2 clean sheets in 3. And in a really uneventful game, I could see why Alaves are in the bottom 3. They rarely created anything, and we held on for a 1-0 victory. 2 clean sheets in 3, 3 straight wins for Granada. 14 points clear of Deportivo Alaves on the back of beating them on the road. And for Granada, well, let's just say that veteran presence has definitely helped. Carlos Bacca's 2 goals in the opening game today helped us get a big point to stop the rot. Pepe, Reina bucked Luis Maximiano's ideas up, and Granada, after 3 straight wins, are up to 11th in the table and have gone 14 points clear of Deportivo Alaves and Rayo Vallecano. 9 games to go, safety is in our hands. But that will end today's episode of La Liga Carrera, guys. Big thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, please drop a like. Much love to you all, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of La Liga Career Mode very soon.